So welcome to LightFM, your radio station. So it'll be my pleasure to take you through and give you a tour of our operation and show you a live radio station and how we're making a difference here in Melbourne. So just follow me and I'll explain some of these different areas. I guess the first area that we walk through here, you see some of the great artwork, and it's a bit of an example of some of the support and some of the partnerships we have here. So Ken Duncan donated these photos and some of his artwork, if you like, to LightFM, and it's actually a registered display of his work as well. So just one small example of one of the things that we're very, very proud of here. I guess one of the first things you see as you come into LightFM is one of the reasons you listen to LightFM is the talent. You know, one day you might have been tuning around and listened to something that really connected with you. Could have been Lucy&Kel in breakfast. These are the faces behind the voices that you hear on LightFM. So a sample of some of the great on-air talent that you'll get to see some of this morning and some that you listen to a lot, but these are the great faces behind the scenes. Something else that, talking about people, I guess this is effectively one of our biggest assets, our people. And our honour board is here at Pride of Place. There again, one of the first things you see as you walk into here at LightFM. This board here, our Love Awards. What I love about this is it brings to life our values. So our Love Award is somebody that displays all of our values. Our inclusive, remarkable, authentic and creative are the 4 key values that we really try to bring to life every day here at LightFM. With over 1 million people tuning into LightFM now, and that's shifted from 700,000, not only 4 years ago. But our job's only started. We want to see every life alight with Christian hope here in Melbourne, and that means reaching 4 million people in Melbourne. So we have a full marketing team and marketing department whose role is all about reaching 4 million people. 1 million people have tuned in over a month. We want them tuning in every week, and we want 4 million to be sampling us so that there'll be 4 million tuning in a week at some stage. Some of the offers that we have here at LightFM is we're growing. We're going places, and today you'll walk through and see close to 50 employees and some volunteers. Would have been a third of that not only a few years ago. So we've grown, we've built more offices where we've got the capacity for our general manager team to work together in this space here, and also from time to time collaborate with meetings as well.
That's great. What is it that you love most about LightFM?
Our CEO, Jared Grates, and our executive assistant based here. And as we walk into the back part of our office, we'll see a very active volunteer team here at the moment who are connecting with our donors. And our donors is the key part of our funding. So 70% of our income comes from people who want to donate to their LightFM, to keep it running, making a difference. It's had an impact on them and they want to keep it running. So pretty well all of this side of the building at the back is our donor team, and certainly our volunteers that you'll see here at the moment are connecting with our donors, our regular donors, to see how the experience is and if they're keen to continue on, because that's certainly making a difference to what we do here.
Okay, thanks, Anne. Bye-bye.
Down the side here we'll see some of our management team. So Rita, who heads up the marketing team that we just walked past before, Joel and Joe, who senior people who head up and work in our donor area. Over here is our traffic department and our finance department, who really connect, and obviously they're sitting next to our donor area and next to our sponsorship department, because this is the connection that starts to connect with the on-air part of our operation. There's one of our wonderful donors. Volunteers.
Yep.
Hey there, Tony.
This is the sponsorship area. So most of you are here today to consider LightFM as a marketing opportunity to grow your business and connect with the million people that are tuning in at LightFM. Our sponsorship team, who you've met this morning, are really the key people that will work with you or not if we don't think we can deliver what you're looking for as well. So this is the part that funds 30% of what we do, but more importantly makes a difference to what you do in business and growing your business and your brand. So on this side of the building is my office just over here, HR department up the back, You'll notice a couple of screens at either end here. This one here is showing in real time our donor activity. So how many donors do we have this time this year compared to last year? Are we on track for our funding? In real time, transparent. That's the way we operate here at LightFM. And at the other end, our sponsorship summary. So in real time, we can see a dashboard that shows sponsorship income, who we've got, who our key supporters are from a sponsorship aspect, so we can rightfully honour them and support them in that area, and how our tracking's going in the forward. So I'll walk through here into our content department. Just ask, we're actually going to walk through a couple of offices, so perhaps keep it quiet, or we are going to walk through a Tiger supporter here, so if you don't like them, feel free to cheer or boo as we walk past. This is our content department, and I guess one of the key differences for LightFM is you could walk into a lot of radio stations and not see this room. Obviously it's empty because we've got teams on air and active, connecting with our audience across Melbourne. But this is the area they prepare, and we're very much a live and local radio station where we've got real people with an individual message talking to our listeners and potentially our customers or your customers, if you're considering sponsorship, that are listening and engaging with us. So this is the area where our music director, so Cam Want, is working and getting the playlist that's going to be just right for our listeners. The on-air breakfast team, so we've got Lucy&Kel and the program producer Gabby sitting in here talking about what's going to happen tomorrow. Leroy working with the drive team and our other areas, and our key support staff making sure we do what we say we're going to do. One of the things that is a real key point of difference for LightFM that you just don't get with a lot of your other marketing opportunity, and I call it the dollar that keeps giving. So we expect you to invest $1 and get more than $1 back from that. If we don't believe we can deliver on that, we'll say no with respect. But if we do move forward, it's a partnership for life where we're going to work with you to build your brand. But it doesn't just stop there. You make such a difference, and one of the examples of that is once a year we can, as a result of that partnership, we can afford to send our breakfast team over to make a difference in a third world country. So Miracles Day, one day in August in 2018, and we'll do it again in 2019. We sent our team over. As a result of that one day, there was over 10,000 people that will receive the gift of sight. So that's effectively a donation of $35 for each of those people. That'll go directly to the third world country to give them a gift of sight. And that can only happen because of your sponsorship and marketing partnerships. We don't just invest $1 back into ourselves or to a shareholder profit. This goes into making a difference in a third world country. That's just one of the things where your dollar just doesn't stop and keeps making a difference. And I guess another part of that is what happens here as we walk through to our kitchen and broadcast area. You'll notice on the hallways here a lot of our local community awards and acknowledgement for work that we do in the local community as well. So Miracles Day, making a global impact, community broadcaster and awards, having a local impact. You've seen the presentation this morning, so we're a full broadcast radio licence of the Greater Melbourne area. Look, here's the link between our content team, which you'll see in the studio, and effectively how they go to where. Long story short, we've got two key radio stations here at Light Melbourne. One is 89.9 LightFM, which is our mainstream station. Effectively is connected via a microwave link to the Channel 9 tower and is broadcast across the Greater Melbourne area. Our second station is Light Digital, which is broadcast on the DAB Plus platform, so a full digital broadcast station, and that's different content. So that's 100% Christian content, very narrow, a very niche, narrow audience, but a very significant audience that we make a difference with. 89.9, a much broader audience, and generally the one that our sponsors and potential partners are looking at to grow and market their businesses to. So this is the place where it links and connects to the actual broadcast signal. So we'll now walk through the studios and you'll see a little bit of the activity as it goes to air. Before we do walk in, it's obviously a soundproof area, so I do ask we'll probably move straight through into one of the vacant studios where we can talk a little bit more and take some photos in there, but I will just point out some activity as we do. So you're here in the morning, you'll see Lucy and Kel on air in this first studio on the left, which is our main studio, and you'll see Sensible Gabby, or Gabby, our program producer. So she's effectively managing and running the program, taking calls and keeping it on track as we speak as well. Don't forget this one. So just follow me through to this central area. You can get a bit of a view of the three studios. So effectively main studio where breakfast will be broadcast. Then directly after that we'll have our morning team ready to broadcast morning. So as breakfast is finishing up, we've got morning. And then we go to our drive and evening shifts. Some of these can be time shifted, so you're not always going to see them live. They're sort of a half hour ahead or whatever of going to air. So they're the main studios. Our third studio we'll walk into and have a look now. And I'll talk about so we've got Aizen in our third studio at the moment. And perhaps we'll walk into studio 2 and I'll just talk about what's happening in this production area. So in between and connected to all of these studios is Andy Wells, our production manager. Now he effectively is managing everything that's not live radio or content led programming, if you like. So things like our breakfast promos, our sponsorship spots, where we might be community service announcements, and where we might be broadcasting to communities or getting our donor message out there, are all effectively produced by Andy Wells in this area here. So one of the key first steps with any sponsorship campaign is a great creative message, and your business development executive will talk you through the importance of that and how we do all of that for you. Andy Wells, one of the best in the industry, actually trains the trainers, if you like, in the production area across commercial radio throughout Australia. So would encourage you to have that chat as you're working through the process with your business development exec. We'll now walk out and finish up back in the boardroom. So same thing, just keep it quiet as we go back. Would love, before we do that, if anyone wanted to get a photo in the studio, great little keepsake, and really encourage you to share that on LinkedIn, 89.9 LightFM, and then you can connect with some of the other people that you've met here this morning. Thank you, just keep it quiet and we'll walk through to the boardroom.